Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to this winner announcement ceremony for EW Project Challenge 2024. We are really happy to have you here. Good evening everyone once again. And let's start. EW Project Challenge 2024 is really special, really great. We could able to see incredible entries like AI and ML projects are really getting increasing, and also we can able to see the hardware design based entries where the total design from the scratch and a lot of effort is being taken to design the hardware project is also there. Also there are some social impact entries, they are really awesome and they have really good use cases that we could able to see. Now, just to start, what is the purpose of this contest? If you able to see, from the beginning, we started this contest to encourage community to develop the technological solutions to solve the problems and make the tomorrow better. We always wanted to encourage the makers, developers to solve the problem that will make our tomorrow better. And it has a goal like inspiring creative ideas, honor creative minds, nurture the hardware and makers community, and also encourage the collaboration in the community. So contest 2024 is becoming really popular and it has reached over 2 million. From the day of this contest launch, we started promoting it. As usual, it is one of the popular contest in India. We can able to see not just in the various channel, but also in the groups like robotics groups and various universities, innovation centers and their groups. The contest is being actively discussed among those group, and we can able to see that kind of participation as well. We can also able to see the active discussion about the contest in various other channels like Discord and Facebook communities, and also on the Instagram as well. Not just from India, also we got the entries from Mexico, Brazil, Myanmar, South, Af- South Africa, and African countries as well. Also from Australia and Singapore as well. So if you could able to see the participants, there are professional engineers, hardware developers, design engineers. We can able to see active participation of this category in this contest as well. And apart from that, many of the YouTubers, academicians, researchers, also we could able to see the collaborative entries like from the robotics club, makers and hobbyist clubs as well. As I previously mentioned, we got the entries from across the domains, not just like Internet of Things, but there are multiple domains we could able to see. As previously mentioned, healthcare and medical technologies also there, machine learning, AI, robotics also there. Also, we could able to see a really good entries about the social impact and agricultural tech as well. We got total 422 submissions, but we could able to approve only 160. Just we have a criteria that we need a proper design, proper circuit diagrams, codes, and everything need to be submitted properly under the open source criteria. And those who could not able to complete on the time, definitely there is always the next contest. We have here with us a special guest joining from Japan, Sachiko Yamashita. She's the Senior Manager Strategic Marketing for North APEC and India. And also we have with us joining from California, YC Wong, DGK's Global Academic Program Director. We really have to appreciate uh, and we really thank both of you joining this event. It really meant a lot for the hardware community because Sachiko is joining from Japan and YC is joining from the California. It is like night at Sachiko means Japan and early morning in the California. It really uh, we really thank for your dedication and joining this event. We really want to take a moment to appreciate the sponsorship and support given by the DGK. It really meant a lot. DGK could able to make this contest possible. It is not just the contest; it is the bringing the best of best designs idea together and supporting them. It is made possible by the DGK. We really thank and appreciate your support. I would like to invite here Sachiko to speak few word. Yeah, Sachiko.
Okay. Hello, good evening, everyone. Greetings from Japan. We are so excited to join you as the sponsor of the Electronic Wings Design Contest. I would like to take a few moments to talk about how DigiKey is committed to supporting engineers, makers, and hardware developers. So at DigiKey, we are deeply dedicated to empowering those who create and innovate. We believe that great ideas can change the future of technology and our world. So whether you are a seasoned engineer, a passionate maker, or a dedicated hardware developer, DigiKey is here to provide you with the tools, resources, and the support you need to bring your vision to life. So we are very proud to be part of a community that brings people together to turn dreams into reality. So before we announce the winners, personally, I would like to congratulate all of you for your impressive work. Every participant here has shown incredible talent and then dedication, and you should all be proud of what you have accomplished. So thank you for allowing DigiKey to be part of this remarkable event, and I look forward to seeing how your innovation will continue to shape the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Sachiko. Such a great and inspiring word for all of us, for whole hardware community. Thanks once again. And now I would like to invite YC to speak few word. Yeah,
I have seen a lot of the contest entries for the Electronic Wings contest, and I'm very, very impressed by the creativeness and the ingenuity and the hard work that many of the contestants put into their projects. And a lot of the projects are designed with care and designed with an attention to detail I've not seen in many other design competitions. So I would like to congratulate Ganesh and also Avinash for conceiving of this contest and pulling it off. This is truly incredible. Now, the DigiKey Academic Program is a program that encourages students from the post-secondary level to inspire them and to use their creativity and the knowledge that they learn in their engineering disciplines to better the world. And so I'm very happy to be a part of this, and I'm very happy to see so many incredible entries and the incredible work that Ganesh and Avinash has put into making this contest a reality and bringing it to a very successful conclusion.
thank you. Thank you, YC, for your great words. It means a lot for us. And now I would like to introduce the esteemed panel of judges and mentor. We are lucky to have them. Uh, there is a bit difficult task to evaluate all these projects. It took a lot of time as well as it took a lot of deep knowledge as well, and we are really happy to have them here. As we have already introduced YC, now I would like to introduce June Zhang. He is the hardware system design engineer at major electronic consumer company, and he's also joining with us from the California. It's early morning there, both YC and June. We are really thankful for having you here in this early morning. Now I would like to invite June Zhang to share your experience with this contest.
Yeah, hi everyone. This is June here. So currently working at Apple, previously working at Amazon and other major companies. I feel like as a hardware engineer, I'm really happy to see there's a lot of dedication in this space right now, especially like some like makers and new ideas are always coming up, and this is really amazing. And just like what YC said, I think this contest on Electric Wing, I think this is one of the few really interesting contests that people really put a lot of dedications and then new ingenuity and thoughts into it. I think this is really something that you never see on other contest projects. So I want to give a big shout out to everyone here that you put your hard work in, and we all see it. There's a lot of amazing projects on here right now. And also, Ganesh and Avnish, thank you so much for putting this together. This is a really amazing platform aside from a contest. I think this is a perfect space that, all hardware engineers want to be in. They want to look at what other people are doing, and then how do you make your own project better. So I love this space, and this contest is trending in a very good direction. Everyone is wonderful and doing a great job here. So just want to say that in front.
Thank you, John. Such an inspiring word. Yeah, definitely we are always focused on collaborative learning, and we are always focused on how we can make this a platform as a community for collaborative learning. Great, thank you. Now I would like to invite Tony Francis. He is the CEO of CheckAct Private Limited, ex-Intel, Texas Instrument, Toshiba, having 7+ patent, and he's always being there to support hardware developers, this community from the beginning. I'm really thankful to him for his continuous support. I would like to invite once again Tony to share his experience with this contest. Yeah, Tony.
Yeah, thanks, Ganesh. And yeah, this is the third time that I'm getting this opportunity to evaluate. And a huge shout out to Dijiki and Avinash. I know Avinash for last many years. He's been an inspiration for many, many innovators and many startups. With Dijiki enhancing their support to India, I'm sure this contest will also reach a lot more heights. And with the kind of resources that Dijiki is putting together, and the kind of benchmarks that Digi is setting up. Every year, there's a starting place for most of the innovators to start with. They don't have to start from scratch. The number of tools which are made available will make innovators' life much more easier, right? I would like to also have some mention of the some of the innovation or some of the projects which is looking very, very different, right? It's very difficult to judge because every project sounds very, very good in some aspects, right? For example, from an UX perspective, there was an AI stethoscope which had done a brilliant design. Many a times we don't see, we see something which is put together and creating a project, right? And not going into the depths of the innovation part of it, right? I saw a bio-inspired robotic snake, which is called as Bioros, where they had done the mathematic modeling of it, right? Which is very, very different from the typical styles, right? There was a mechanism drive automatic arm manipulator which had done to a completion where it is almost like a finished product kind of a thing, right? There was a transceiver which had unbelievable results of reaching down to multiple countries with their ham radio projects, right? And something which is very innovative in terms of presentation video and automated warehouse management systems, and quite a lot of socially relevant innovations, which looks very, very different. And thanks, Ganesh, for having this contest. We need many more of these to have the relevant innovators to get more spirited rewards from sponsors like Dijiki. Thanks, Ganesh, once again.
Thank you, Tony, for sharing your detailed thoughts and experience. Really, we are lucky to have you in this contest on this panel. Now, I would like to introduce Avinash Bhatt, who is also a marketing lead at DGK. You can able to see his title as a marketing lead, but from heart, he is an engineer. He has his YouTube channel, and when you speak with him, you got to know he has a lot of passion towards the technology and design. So, Avinash, I would like to invite you to share a few words about the contest. Yeah.
So thanks, Ganesh, for your kind words. So it has been always a passionate of being an engineer. So I always say that I'm an engineer by heart and marketeer by thought. So as Ganesh said, we as a DGP always try to support innovation, and we always encourage uh, developers as well as makers as well as students in order to come up with the innovative solution. And also, I would like to thank YC, John, Tony, as well as Sachiko for their kind words. And I would also like to thank all the jury members for evaluating most of the projects. It is really difficult to evaluate these projects because when you see each and every project, it is pretty close, and you have to make few strong decision while judging that particular project. Few projects to mention, mitigating human and elephant conflict with the AI, which is very good considering the current scenario in the India region, where we can see such kind of a situation, right? These kind of a project basically impact uh, uh, has a lot of impact to the society also. We are very proud that we are supporting such kind of innovation. So yeah, so thanks Ganesh for providing this platform.
Thanks, Avinash, for having such a wonderful words. Now, going ahead, see, as previously mentioned by judges, there are so many great project entries, incredible projects, that it is very difficult to uh, select top 15 project. Now, these are the project honorable mentions, a close contender, which is just missed by 1 or 2 point here and there. Those couldn't able to make on the top 20. But however, we will ensure to send the goodies on behalf of DGK. We value your creativity. We really see a lot of value in your project, your idea, your innovation, and these are the project we especially want to mention in the honorable mentions. Now, going ahead, now creative project prize. These are the top 15 projects. We are going to give them 1.5 lakh in a cash prize. That means each project will get 10,000 rupees. And this top 15 creative projects, the list is here. Now you can see your project name here. Okay. Now, once again, I would like to invite judges to just share their experience about any of these project, or whatever their favorite, or whatever the aspect that they find really good about this project. First of all, I would like to invite June to speak a few words about this project. Yeah, June.
Yes. I think these projects are really interesting from a standpoint where before on other contests, you've always been seeing like, people are doing hardware in the sense of just doing hardware, right? But I think here, this platform, especially these projects that I mentioned here, one of the important things is like people start from a point where they have a motivation to do things. For example, right, the AI stethoscope, and then even the robotic snakes, there's always a start and a motivation saying, hey, this is what I want to make humans or make a specific area better. And then I make a project on top of that and see how do I make this area better with my project. So I think that's one of the very important motivations that I think that's really important for a hardware engineer to start from. And of course, like all these projects are really great, right? If you look at each of them in detail, like it's really hard to find like who is the better out of all these, because they all start from a really good place and they want to make the space they are interested in better. So overall, I think these projects very different from other stuff, and keep on the good work, even though not necessarily like everyone gets into the top 3 space. But I want to stress that you've all done a really good job of starting from somewhere and then starting to build projects from the bottom up, and continue to make these better and better. Even though maybe sometimes documentation is not that great, but that can be fixed later on, right? I think the most important thing is, how do you design your hardware projects? How do you make sure all the things that has been considered inside? I think that's the most important part. And yeah, so a great congrats to all these people here. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, John. Now I would like to invite YC to share a few thoughts about this project. Yes, YC.
Yeah, I am very inspired and very impressed by the creativity that I see in many of these entries. For example, the AI-based wheelchair, or the smart baby monitoring system. The reuse of existing components is something that I don't see a lot in entries for design competitions, and I feel that this captures the inventive spirit that we see prevalent in this entire design competition. And I feel that for as a message for creators, makers, inventors, whatever you want to call yourself, look at the existing projects and also look at the areas in this world that needs improvement. Sometimes it does not have to be a new product, but an augmentation to an existing product. The smart baby monitoring system is definitely one such example. Parents definitely need a lot of help, and the ability to leverage technology to help this, to help parents out, is something that is almost noble and would be extremely helpful to parents watching over a baby, very often very stressful situation. So, look at existing markets, look at existing products, what can be improved. And it doesn't have to be something that's new and 3D printed from scratch. It can be improving on an existing design, or attaching a simple smart device to it that will make people's lives a lot better. So very impressive.
Thank you. Thank you, YC, for sharing your experience. Now, I would like to invite Tony to share his experience. Yeah.
Yeah, so this list itself proves the difficulty that the judges will have to, as June pointed out, unless all the 5 or 6 aspects of the projects is a tick mark, uh, it becomes difficult to get to the last stage, right? For example, the automated warehouse management system, the video is unbelievable. It looks like a done for a commercial marketing kind of a perspective, right? The TinyML predictive maintenance, they've really thought through the validation side. I see a lot of projects around predictive maintenance, but unless you have a concrete way of validating it, it's just not gonna work, right? So the some of the things which I already mentioned, bio-inspired robotic snake, love the concept, love the way it is prototyped, or from a results perspective, again, the communications transceiver, right? So yeah, great work. Yeah, the one is one. It is good to have some categorization, right? Some of them are really good from a social impact perspective, and they really deserve applaud because they typically don't end up in easy commercialization because of lack of funding and lack of commercialization perspective. But if it can be supported by community initiatives, that will be a great achievement for the overall community itself. Yeah, thanks, Ganesh.
Thanks, Tony, for sharing the thoughts. And I would like to now invite Avinash to share his thoughts about this project, this category.
Yeah, so thanks, Ganesh. As I said, it is always good to be with the makers and the community, because that always makes you think that, okay, why I never thought of that such kind of a creative idea. So it basically helps me to think that, wow, even I could have thought of that. So you actually work more with makers, engineers and students. You basically exercise your brain. So that is the reason I always like to be a part of such kind of a community. And with respect to the projects which we have seen, there were some of the best entries, to be honest. There were creative ideas, and some of the ideas were very well documented. Uh, but still, I mean, there are certain criteria where some projects could be on the top of the page. So basically, the technicality or the commercial aspect of that, or how that particular project is impacting with respect to a social cause. So these would basically form a weightage for that. I mean, for the winning project.
Great. Thanks, Avinash. Let's give a big round of applause for all this creative project category. Now, since we are live, I can able to see a lot of reactions and emojis on the YouTube live stream. I request everyone attending to just give emojis or appreciation or congratulations to all this project. Okay, thank you. So going ahead to the next category. Yeah, before going to the main segment, that top three winning project, that is early bird prize, top 50, first 50 submissions. Okay, so uh, all those early bird prize winners are listed here. There are 3 pages. You can pause the screen and check your project name. This is the page 1, this is the page 2, and this is the page 3. Okay, kindly check properly. Your name might be there. Once again, congratulations to all those who are in the early bird category winners. Lot of great ideas, many creative ideas I can able to see here. You can pause the screen. There are 3 pages. You can able to find your name in one of those pages. Okay, now the big moment, and the moment that we are all waiting for, the Judges Choice Award, which is like Indian rupees 200,000 in cash. The first prize is for 100,000, second prize is 60,000, and third prize is 40,000. Now, the third prize, I would like to invite June to announce the third prize winner. Yeah, June.
Cool, thank you. So there's two amazing projects for third prize. The first one is Electric Mitigation Human Elephant Conflict with AI. And the second one is Multipurpose EV for Physically Challenged. So I want to put some thoughts into both of these. I want to, first of all, congrats for both you guys are making amazing, work on these projects. Let me go for the first one. So I think coming back to what I said before, about I really care about projects that started from a really good motivation. The fact that you identified an issue and then you figure out how to solve it. In this example, right, is how do you prevent elephants from going into villages or harming people? How do you keep them out at a safe distance while not harming them? I think that for a social cause, that is like an amazing project, an amazing idea. I couldn't imagine like someone would thought of these kind of ideas, but hey, here we are. Like this project, even though I feel like there's a lot of still improvements to do, but overall, this project is on top notch in my mind. So in the hardware integration and how do you put LoRa together, you've thought about low power design, you thought about how to end connect all the nodes together to a central station. I think all these considerations as a hardware designer, you've put in thoughts into it, you put engineering into it, and then you've not only make electrical hardware, you also make physical hardware and then hook them up together and make this project. And you tested them and then even like labeled your own AI model on that, right? So I think overall, this is a well-rounded project, a well-designed project too, and it starts from a really good place. So congrats for that. The second one is actually the EV. So I would never actually thought we could see a project that is so complete on a contest platform right here, especially given that a lot of people start from scratch, right? And this project is really amazing. Plus, it also starts from a good motivation, right? You try to make the environment better in terms of using EVs instead of gasolines. You try to help people that's physically challenged in some way to like move around the city to get to where they want to be. And then from a technical perspective, I think this is also amazing too, right? Starting from building your own hardware, actually building an EV out of that, thought about the model simulations, thought about how the batteries are connected, thought about every aspect in simulation, both in simulation and in actually realizing it. I think this whole chain of design is not something that people can complete usually throughout small projects, right? This to me is like wow, you've even done a second revision of this thing. And then I believe like some of you guys are already working on another revision of this. So really great work, starts from a really good place. Design wise is also really intricate. And overall, I think this is like one of the amazing projects that I see, not on just this platform, even compared to other platforms. This will be one of my top 3 lists contest projects here. So some final words. Thank you both teams for putting hard work into it. These projects are amazing. It starts by heart. Hardware design is also really thoughtful and throughout the whole project. So congratulations.
Thanks, June, for sharing your thoughts about this project. Now, I would like to invite YC if, to share thoughts about this project. Yeah.
So Ganesh, am I talking about the first place or I'm sorry.
About the third place, there is tie
Okay.
between these two projects. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you that the mitigating human elephant conflict with AI really really got my attention when I was judging the entries. Basically, that identified a real world issue and interspecies issue too. And how do you keep both sides safe? How do you keep the people who are involved in doing their daily activities safe and also keep the elephants safe? I think it is a very noble project, and I was very impressed by the simplicity of the design. What really made me what really amused me a little bit was the testing of the elephant images with a smartphone. I thought that was very smart as a thing to do. Um, and overall, I was very impressed by that project. And the multi-purpose EV, I think, it solves a couple of problems. It solves the mobility problems for people who will require such a vehicle, and also, from an engineering perspective, I've never seen a project that incorporates actual physical hardware to that degree, and and then turning it into a mobility project that actually worked in the end. Wow, my mind was blown. It was very impressive as well. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, YC. Now, I would like to invite Tony to speak a few words about this project. Yes, Tony.
Yeah, so when the solution is envisaged, first you will also have to look at detecting is one part, and second is how do we mitigate, right? So the best part about the elephant detection system was I never knew this. The sound that they're playing is the honeybees swarm, right? So that was something which was very, very innovative. So it is a natural mechanism. It's not something which is going to scare away, but it is employing a natural mechanism itself. And the project was so complete in the sense that they had the problem statement very well defined. How many deaths happens, how much is the threat which is actually happening, and then took into the kind of the way the implementation is happening, and the video of the validation was very, very nice. They just showed a picture of an actual elephant in front of the camera and see whether the detection is happening. So a multi-sensor implementation. It's just not about the imaging alone. They had the other sound aspect also sensing. From the ideation, from the problem statement definition till the way a trigger can the sound activation mechanism has been very well captured by the Elect. So kudos to the team to have taken. I'm sure it would have taken months and months of effort to reach to this stage, right? On the other one, the AV, it is just not about providing commute or the commute option, right? Also it had options to have other utens or other aspects like having it to convert it to a small store, or it's just not about the mobility and the swelling, the chair which makes it turn around so that the access issue is solved. Is really well thought through and well designed by the other winner. Yeah, kudos to the both the winners once again.
Thank you, Tony, for sharing such a detailed experience. And Avinash, would you like to share a few thoughts about this third place project?
Yeah, Ganesh. So, as I said, the elephant mitigation with respect to humans, right? I think it's one of the path-breaking solutions. So, if you see the scenarios in most of the elephant corridor zones, okay, these human and elephant conflict is the most happening, and you can see many of the news article where risk what the humans face, as well as a lot of risk whereas the animals also face, right? So this particular project actually is a path-breaking solution for that particular problem, and the way they have executed this is really appreciable. So this is my thought process on that.
Thank you, Avinash, for sharing your thoughts. And it's really great to see this project, the hard work behind that, and the thought process, the social impact, both of this project. And while averaging out and listing out the winners, uh, these two projects are tiebreaker on the same place. Great. So going to the second prize, I would like to invite YC to announce the second prize winner. Yes, YC.
And the second prize winner is the Well Cleaners Early Warning System. And I am, again, very impressed by the real-world applicability of this project. And in addition to cleaning wells, there may be other applications for this as well. Maybe for people who like to explore caves as a hobby, or even for homes where there may be problems with the air quality or gas leaks. I think there are many possibilities to this project, and I am impressed at the social applicability. And again, as Avinash put it earlier on, why didn't I think of this idea? This is amazing. Such a simple idea, such a simple application, but immense usability and almost product ready, in my opinion. So very impressive.
Thank you, YC. Yeah, Tony, would you like to share a few thoughts about this project?
Yeah, in fact, when I was reviewing this project, something which struck me is a comment from one of the somebody from, I think, Africa. In Africa, they use a bird and they literally cage the bird and put the bird into the well, and then look at whether the bird is still alive after some time. It's such a cruel act, right? It's a so if technology can improve lives, that is what we should invest on, right? So as rightly YC said, this will have much more applications than just sewage is still, manual cleaning is still happening in many parts of the world, right? And over a period of time, I think real estate will be sold based on the quality of air that you inhale. There will be places which will be marked as green, where the quality of living will be much higher just because of the quality of air also that you get along, right? And the best part of this, what you're seeing in the, it is just not about the implementation around, right? They've even attempted to validate. I would really like to hear how did they, I mean, it is not easy to validate a carbon monoxide, right? Unless you have access to a huge test setup where you have a controlled environment where carbon monoxide is emitted in a controlled way. Otherwise, you will die, right? So to validate, as the innovator rightly put up, it has reached the prototype stage, but it needs a lot more funding to get to the next stage to make it into a commercial product. again, kudos to the product developer.
Thanks, Tony. Now I would like to invite June to share his thoughts about his this project. Yes, June.
Yeah. Again, I think this project starts from a really good place. The fact that um I mean, in some countries, for well cleaning, of course, you could hire like contractors, right? And they have really high-end $1 million equipments to fit to like detect every of these, right? But like if you think about real world applications, how many people can afford companies that pay, you have to pay them a lot and then to do these kind of things, right? In some of the rural areas, like in Africa or somewhere, right? There might not be such service appear, right? So this project starts from a really good place. Like, how do I build a cheaper version and then easier to use for normal people, right? If someone or a village wants to do their own cleaning, not hiring anyone, they now have the means to do it. And then the fact that the hardware also is very intricate and thought about where the waters are and then how to detect everything in a good way. I think this is a project that actually might, if like improved in the future for fine tuning, it might be actually commercializable for a lot of places. So I think this project is in a good place where like it's well thought, it's applicable to many places in the world, and the fact that these are the good things behind it, it's already amazing enough. And yeah, again, congrats to the to winner here.
Great. Thank you, June, for sharing your thought. And I would also like to tell the community to just give the applause to all these incredible ideas. Maybe those who are watching and winning this prize, just raise your hand. We would like to congratulate you on the comments as well. Okay, so Avinash, would you like to share a thought about this project?
Yeah, Ganesh. So,
Yeah,
considering this particular project, where where I consider my hometown as a, there are a lot of wells in my hometown. Okay, and in certain scenarios where I have seen that people risk their life in order to clean this well. So I could relate this particular project to the thought process. What I was thinking that wow, this could be an incredible solution where we can mitigate the loss of life, right? A well documented project, and I would say that this particular project basically makes the life better tomorrow. Okay. I would say that this project has a lot of scope for further improvement, and I would congratulate the maker of this project and also encourage him to improve further. Thank you.
great. Thanks, Avinash. Now, the big moment, the first prize, which is in cash, 100,000. And I would like to invite Tony to announce the first prize. Yes, Tony. Yeah.
And that's the moment. The first prize goes to Braille Board, which is a Braille alphabets trainer by Mukesh Sankla.
Yes. Would you like to share a few thoughts about this project? Yeah, Tony.
Of course, yeah. In fact, when I saw this first, I was surprised. Does this product does not exist? And I did the first thing to do was to do a Google search. Are there not similar products out there? Uh, that's the sense of an opportunity, right? When something like this is engineered, and that too with very simple components, right? It stands apart. And you look at the video; these are things which unfortunately, yeah, a commercial venture will not find it interesting to invest because this does not maybe give the required profits back, or it's a socially relevant project, right? But it can be done by somebody who is wanting to do this training, even by assistance with some friends of it. They can easily build this product back, right? And this is a classic example where your innovation need not be, yeah, something which is breaking the barriers. It can be something which is as simple as a practical application, but completing it to the perfection and having it in a demonstrable form. That is what it takes. I'm sure the pain in which it looks so simple, right? It's a few servo motors, it is a few motion sensing, which is but it is the way it has been completed needs a real applaud for the innovator. Even the site sensing part and the way the feedback mechanism is coming, it's really thought through and designed. I would really like to hear the inspiration why the innovator decided to choose this. In fact, I am also part of a funding agency or an incubator, and I have seen a similar project, and we were ready to fund that. But yeah, but the innovator was not ready to take that funding at that moment. I'm sure that, or I urge the innovator to take this product to completion by making it into a commercially viable and a product which can be really making a difference to a lot more people who are in real need of this product. Yeah, thanks, Ken.
Great, Tony. Thank you for sharing such a wonderful experience about this project. Now, I would like to invite YC to share thought about this project. Yes, YC.
Well, the first thought that came to my mind when I was reviewing this project was electromechanical elegance and integration. That's what it is, electromechanical elegance and integration. I've seen a lot of projects that use servo motors and controller boards, but never deployed in such a manner, in such a simple way, but so impactful in the way that people could use it for the good of society. And that was incredible. I saw many very well put together projects during this competition while reviewing the competition. But it turns out, to me, the one that impressed me the most was this very simple project that I think is market ready. The idea is market ready. As Tony puts it, refine it more, but there will be people who can use such a product in the market. If there's indeed such a product, I would definitely love to have one, just so that I can learn Braille myself. This is a product that's great for bridging what I call a very important communications barrier. And kudos to the team and the inventor that came up with this idea and actually made it in such a simple, elegant way with a few such servo motors and the controller board. So congratulations.
Thank you, YC, for sharing your wonderful thought about this project. Now, I would like to invite June to share his thought about this project. Yes, June.
Yeah, just to follow up on Tony and YC, I think this project is the one of those that I would never thought would be, emerging, because I feel like there's so many other stuff that's just on hype right now, right? That people want to design, but for such simple design and from such good cause, I think I rarely see these kind of projects anymore. And again, piggyback to like the fact that it's simple with a few motors, but it's able to make a good cause out of it, right? I think Braille is something that we never thought that we would learn if we don't need that. But now I think there's a cause for people that, never thought of learning, now has the opportunity to actually do it and learn the thing. And actually this project, right, even though it's simple, I think it could be made into a very intricate design that you have a lot more functionality to help people that is in need to learn Braille. And I think overall, this project is one of the top notch from an idea standpoint. And of course, if continue to refine and continue to think about what are the special use case that if someone needs to learn Braille, this project could be, market ready in a really soon time span. I could see that actually coming. I would also want to have one of these. It's like it's so simple, and then the integration between the motors and the actual mechanical pins. I think this is something, very interesting, and I rarely see these kind of projects that popping up on a wide range of electrical contests online. So again, congrats to the first place winner. This is an amazing project. Please continue your good work here.
Yeah, great. Thank you, June. Now, I would like to invite Avinash to share his quick thoughts about this first place winner. Yeah, Avinash.
Yeah, so when I saw this project, right, I was like, wow, I mean, he has done this in $100, I mean, under $100. Basically, a simple ESP32 S3 dev board and a servo motor. And I was like, man, I knew how to work on ESP32 and on the servo motor, but I never thought of this idea. So, congrats to the winner. And I would encourage him to further improve on this idea. And I think I see a lot of commercial aspect on this particular project. So that's the reason. I mean, I think I would consider this as one of the top and the simple most project with a simple design, uh, creating an impact.
Great. Thanks, Avinash, for sharing your thought. It is such a great project having a social impact. And definitely, as previously YC and June mentioned, I would definitely love to have this kind of device with me as well for learning this Braille. Now, going ahead, as you know, our esteemed judges panel have spoken that it is very difficult to judge the project, and seeing the different categories like the AI ML based category, social impact category, the hardware design based category, it is very difficult to judge all those categories in a one place, in a one marking system. So what we are coming in the next year is that more categories, more excitement, and all endless possibilities. So stay tuned for next year contest. Before going, just I would like to this announce this. And now I would like to just take a closing remark from the all the judges and mentor. Just a quick closing remark. I would like to first invite Tony to give your closing remark. Yeah.
Yeah, so while we have the amazing DigiKey as a sponsor, we also need somebody who takes the pain in doing this project, right? So, in fact, when I heard this first time, I had a conversation on Ganesh and asked him, what excites you, right? So, Ganesh needs a special mention and a big kudos to Ganesh on putting his hard-earned money to realize his passion of promoting entrepreneurship, right? And especially in the developed world, there are a number of platforms where you have hacksters, hacker days, and quite a lot of them, which are quite matured. Whereas when it comes to place where people can learn in emerging markets, there are very few places, right? So I salute his dream, and I salute DigiKey to sponsor his this activity. And every year I see the maturity coming, and thanks Ganesh for having this category, because it becomes so difficult. So somebody who is on the AI/ML space, for them to take a database and create a prototype, it doesn't take too much of a time. Whereas someone who has to go into the analog details of a sensor and design an amplification and the logic circuit around it, he needs to put money on table, right? He needs to buy those components from DigiKey, or yeah. So many of the good components are not there in India. So thanks DigiKey for being here now. So it's good to have those categories, which are especially from a social innovation perspective, separate category for the AIML space, separate category for say UX. Many of our products don't look good, right? And there are people who take the help of a good mechanical product designer and get a UX out, and putting out to a fantastic demo video. It takes a lot of time, because learning those video editing, it's not easy as well, right? So at least if you have these categories going forward and have separate charging mechanism to rate each of this, I think that will promote each of those innovators to go deep in their own domains. And I really wish that, as rightly Joan and YC pointed out, some of this concept needs to be nurtured further, to make these social innovations a reality. And if not for anything, at least you're promoting open source, that someone's innovations can be productized by even by something like a Seed Studio, right? Some similar, I hope that in India also some EMS or a product manufacturer comes up with an idea telling that I'm ready to take these innovations forward in terms of converting this open source manufacturable ideas into a sellable product. That's my next dream, Ganesh. I'm sure you will also work in that direction to take these some of these designs to a meaningful product. Yeah, thanks once again, Ganesh and Dijiki team.
Thanks, Tony, for providing such a wonderful feedback, thoughts, and suggestions. And definitely, as you suggested, we will be implementing those in the next, and we'll definitely take your thought process further ahead and do the brainstorming, and we'll definitely come up with such a wonderful idea. Thank you once again for giving such a good suggestions. Now, I would like to invite June to share his thoughts, exit remark. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. So I feel like we conclude the 2024 challenge in a really good way. I think there's amazing projects that has really good social cause, and but at the same time, I think we can't forget that there's other categories that's doing an amazing job, right? And I think I think the idea of separating into different categories and have judges specific for a category, I think that would promote people to really think about how do they want to stand out within that category right now. Because I think this time, I think though there's a lot of amazing projects, I think people are trying to find their place in a big mix of different categories. But I would 100% urge 2025 and future on, let's have people dive deep into their category, and then we'll have amazing judges to do their job and then make sure they find the winner. Plus, I think from my perspective, this is also a big thank you to DigiKey, because myself is a big DigiKey user, and then the fact that DigiKey is here to help people, and then they can use amazing hardware components on DigiKey and use them to build amazing projects. I think that itself is one of the most wonderful things that I'd see. And so congrats to the winners, and I hope whoever that's on the honorable mentions, or even though your name didn't got mentioned here, I think don't be frustrated. Don't stop doing hardware. Please continue to do amazing hardware, and then go to 2025, go to 2026, right? And further on, you will definitely find your place here. Thank you.
Great, John. Thank you for suggestion and such a wonderful thoughts. Thank you. Now I would like to invite YC to give his closing remark. Yeah, YC.
So one common theme we see in the winners of the top 3 prizes is simplicity of design and also real-world applicability. And each one of these winners hit the spot perfectly. I have to say, very often people come up with innovative product ideas or product designs, and they try to make it as complex as possible, when in reality, it is the simplicity that matters. Simplicity equals ease of production, ease of support in the future once you have productized it. And it helps you increase your margins as a product owner, product inventor. So these top prizes and many of the other entries that I've seen during this contest hits that sweet spot perfectly. And I came away very impressed. Again, look around you. What ideas can be applied to solve very simple real-world problems that maybe your neighbor runs into? Maybe it could be your grandparents, or it could be a random driver on the street. Think about it, apply hardware to it. And the reason why I mention hardware is because hardware is the true interface between the electronic digital world and the real world. So ElectronicWings has pulled this contest off beautifully, and I have seen wonderful entries. So I'm very honored and privileged to be a part of this judging panel. Thank you so much, Ganesh.
Thank you, IC, for sharing such a wonderful thought. We really appreciate your time and your contribution to this contest. Really happy to have you. Really honored to have you. I would like to invite Avinash to give his closing remark. Yes, Avinash.
Uh, so first of all, thanks Ganesh for this wonderful EW Project Challenge 2024. And I think we could see the makers and the DIY enthusiasm also building in countries like India. And I think I need to thank you for that because this particular community has been encouraging to build some of the brilliant creative projects. So I suggest you to continue this. Uh, so, and congratulations to all the winners of the EW Project Challenge. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Avinash. Sachiko, would you like to share your closing remark? Yes, Sachiko.
Hi.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't have any technical background to be honest
yeah.
with you, but just
Uh,
been very amazed by all the creative works that you guys have done it. And then some of the project I have seen, especially for the top three, the creative the projects are should be in a production right now. So I hope that you guys gonna continue working on it to just make the ideas make it real. So
yeah.
thank you for that show. Thanks.
Thank you, Sachiko. Now, especially this contest is really made possible by the DGK. I would like to once again thank you for that. It is not just the contest, it is like bringing the greatest and best ideas together. It is getting inspired through that idea. It is learning through that idea. It is like the whole community will be seeing this idea and they will definitely take a lot of inspiration from this idea. This will remain forever there, open source, open for all, and it will do a lot of value addition to the hardware community. And it is all made possible by the DGK. Thank you once again for inspiring and supporting this wonderful contest. I would also like to thank you to all those participants for contributing their valuable work, for taking part in this contest. I would also like to thank you, Avinash, from the beginning of this contest for supporting this contest and taking everything on the track. I would also like to thank you, Arun, who is from DGK India. I would like to thank him for supporting. Also, I would like to thank Wai Chun for supporting in the every step of this contest. Again, June from joining and taking part as a esteemed judges panel and putting a lot of time and dedication in judging all this contest and everything and joining in this event in the early morning. Thank you, John. Again, YC, again, I can't thank you enough for giving you such a valuable time for reviewing all this project and evaluating this project and also being there in this early morning. uh, it is such a value addition and wonderful for this community. Thank you for your dedication. Once again, thank you, Tony, for always being there, for supporting, for sharing your valuable thoughts, knowledge. It is always great to have you. And I think that is all. Thank you, everyone who has joined this YouTube live. And once again, congratulations to all those winners. Also, I would like to thanks to whole EW team. They worked really hard. Means they from supporting this project entries, you have means guiding them and doing a lot of activities behind the scene. I'm just presenter here, but there are a lot of activities behind there. Means there is technical team, there is embedded team, there is promotion team. They worked really hard to make this contest possible. That is what I would like to thank you everyone once again. And that is all. Here, I think I declare the ending of this ceremony. So we'll close this. Once again, thank you for joining and good day. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you, Ganesh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ganesh.
Thanks,
Bye
Ganesh.
bye.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Thank